What's good, everyone? I'm your host, Anthony Brown, and this is
Sabrina Powell.
And we're here to bring you another edition of Bear Nation. All right, so let's get things running with cross country.
Yes, so over the weekend, the cross-country men's and women's teams both competed in the Asheville Invitational. So the men finished third out of 10 schools. Then they were led by all-conference and all-region honoree Jacob Black, and he finished third out of 100 with a time of 20:37, and freshman Brett Vogelsang finished 25th. So that was good on the men's part. And then women finished 5th out of 11 schools, led by junior all-region honoree Audrey Arbor, who took 17th overall in the 2-mile race.
That's great. Just keep running cross country. Keep running.
And speaking on running, they'll be headed off to the Queen's University Royals Challenge this Friday, September 29th at 4 p.m.
All right, now let's start with some tennis. The men swept the doubleheader this weekend against Johnson C. Smith and Brevard, winning by a total of 9-0. The women are taking their shot at Johnson C. Smith right now. Good luck to the ladies.
Right, so next we're going to volley it on over with Will Tyner and the men's tennis team for a post-game interview.
I'm Will Tyner with the Bears Sports Network, and I'm here with Coach Tom Reese after a 9-0 victory over Johnson C. Smith, and it's got to feel good to put that 0 up on the board.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a good morning. We got everybody some playing time today. We were happy with the performance.
And everybody was pretty quick to finish, but you had one match go the length. It was a very tight contest, and Tellez, I believe, was in the center of that. And talk about his performance.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a credit to Johnson C. Smith. They got a couple new coaches in, so they're building and getting better, and they had a talented guy playing at number 1. And it was a good challenge for Tellez. He played in the bottom half of the lineup last year, so we've moved him up to test him, and he needs challenges like today to help him get better. Perfect.
And what are some challenges that the rest of your team needs to get better before you play Brevard today at 4 o'clock?
Just before today, they just need to go, maybe jump in the ice bath a little bit, get some lunch, shower, refresh, and go again at 4 o'clock. Brevard is returning a few of their key players from last year, so we know it's not going to be an easy one. But we're looking good right now. We're ready to go.
And give me just a quick outlook on the rest of the fall. What are you expecting, and what does the team need to do to keep the success going?
Yeah, well, we're definitely not finished products yet, but we're working hard every day to try and peak at the right time. We're taking our top 4 players to the ITA Regionals next weekend at Sumter, so we're hoping for another good showing there. Just continuing to work hard and build the SAC play in the spring.
All right, I'm Will Tyner. This is Coach Tom Reese, and thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Will, for your interview. Now let's get saucy with some soccer.
Yes, our men's soccer team, who's sitting at number 5 in the nation, had a rough week this week, taking their first 2 losses of the season, with a 1-0 loss to Carson Newman and a 2-0 loss to Lincoln Memorial. The men will look to bounce back next week. Now on to women's soccer, who had a pretty good week as it started out Wednesday against Carson Newman, where they had a 2-2 draw. Rachel Fisher and Abby Brown gave us the 2 goals in that game.
Yes, and Carson Newman is actually ranked 9th in the nation, so coming to a draw was a huge accomplishment for the Bears.
Yes, and the Bears kept it rolling Saturday as it went out to Lincoln Memorial for a 1-0 win, where Rachel Fisher scored the only goal, and Elena Morris had her 3rd shutout of the year. You can catch both Bears back at home Wednesday against Lees McRae in a doubleheader.
Okay, so next we're going to hit it with some volleyball.
Yes, our volleyball girls are rolling right now. With 3 wins this week against Catawba, Carson Newman, and Lincoln Memorial, they have now got their record up to 7-2 with 6 straight wins. 3-0 sweeps versus Catawba and Carson Newman, thanks to 2 great performances from Taylor Prause, who had 12 kills, and Ashley Markland, who had 20 digs, helped lead us in wins over them. Anna Smith added 31 assists against Lincoln Memorial to get us the victory over them too. The girls look to keep the tide rolling Thursday at home against Wingate. Alright, so last but not least, let's pass it over to football.
Yes, so Wingate remained undefeated after the Bears fell to the Bulldogs this past weekend. The Bears put up a great fight for the whole game, all the way to the end, until unfortunately the last pass by sophomore Jared Keller just wasn't enough to cut it. However, the Bears will hit the road and take on Tusculum this Saturday, September 30th at 6 p.m. And that'll do it for this week's edition of Bear Nation. So keep with the Bears all year long on lrbears.com and follow us via Instagram, Twitter @BearSports. And use the hashtag #WeAreLR. Once again, I'm Sabrina Powell.
And I'm Anthony Brown. Take it easy, stay breezy.
And that's how Sabrina sees it.